This is your daily market recap for Thursday, August 10th, 2023. Let's go. Hey everyone, this is my channel to help investors and traders develop a probability-based mindset to succeed. Also try and keep friends informed of what's going on in the markets and the economy, and also a little real estate content as well. This is Dan Max at eXp Realty, aka the Trading Agent. This is your daily market review for Thursday, August 10th, 2023. If you're paying attention to the channel, give yourself a pat on the back for knocking this action out of the park. Hopefully you're handling it extremely well. A lot of people are wildly confused and not sure what's going on. And well, guess what? When the peak was in, that's when we get, I don't know, in a sense of rolling with the intuition and repeating patterns. As hard as it has been, because the top wasn't in, trading is that. Again, when you are fighting the trend, it is hard. Now the trend is starting to flip. Topping and bottoming mechanisms are very repetitive. We're hopefully going to give you tons of insights that help you see what to do next and how to stay on top of it. So, if you want to see the evidence, what we're expecting, stick around, hit the like button, subscribe. I appreciate it. You want to join the Discord room? What are you scared of? Hit the Discord room. Hit the link in the description below. Dump it. Yeah, we'll see. Also, pay attention to the Twitter. Follow, like, subscribe, posting some things that I think are interesting there. As I've talked about, real estate is slowing. Chop, chop. Again, as a bear, am I really that worried with the VIX at the 16? Be careful trading around your positions, but do it as necessary. Like, subscribe, notification bell. The YouTube, I'm telling you, it's well worth it. Tons of insights. Check out thetradingagent.com. Back to Basics series is in alignment there, from more beginning stuff to more advanced. Also, too, if you want that high yield savings, I'm telling you, 5.3% is legit. It goes up when the rates go up. Referral code is in link description below. Fed Watch tool. Let's just refresh it again. Refresh it last night. Refresh it all the time. Again, at this point, pause. That's all we should expect. Bitcoin, chopping. Not much to say. Oil. Now, I did say this in the Discord room, said this on Twitter, and said hopefully you paid attention to this last night. The more it's up, the less you should own. Going into this news, be cognizant that we're hitting ranges, levels. And here's the thing. The headlines are traps. Headline of higher inflation. Who bought oil today? Retail. Who would buy oil today? Retail. Who would be selling? Oil's up solid 20-something% off of the lows. Going into the inflation headline. Again, the market is a liquidity mechanism. Liquidity is the key. Big dogs need liquidity. Do you think they're unloading into the inflation numbers now? PPI tomorrow, and again, it could be chopping a little bit. Wouldn't be surprised. Again, headlines. Natural gas. Could it go higher? Maybe we've got some levels up here that I think could come into play. But do you want to chase this stuff? No. The best time to buy will be what? When the feds pivot. I'm telling you. Just trust me on this. If you don't, fine. And if we're wrong, then we are fighting. Then it was the 1% off scenario. Sometimes that happens, and guess what? You can't be mad at yourself. That's just the reality. Dollar. Look at this action. Fills the gap, rallies back, breaking the downtrend. TLT, as we talked about, probably should pull back. Bada boom, bada bing. Said watch the mid 95s to low to just retest the bottom. I mean, I wouldn't, and I said this. There's two scenarios I'm really looking for here. If it's a bottom, a retest, or this gap fill is likely the two. And if it breaks below it, then it might be one of those things where it's going to be like a head and shoulders. And this will be the left shoulder. And the head will come down into the mid, even the lower 90s. And then you'll have a shoulder. That would be my guess. But I do think bonds are bottoming here. I do think it's just a matter of which formation is it going to be. I'm hoping it's just this gap fill. Could it be, I mean, technically, I guess there is a gap here at 95. Always in play, but just in general, and just again, because remember, the TLT isn't necessarily the whole bond market. Again, a higher low or retest, and if it isn't, then it could be capitulation, even more larger volume on what another inflation headline. Again, volatility in the bond and in the currency market is telling you something, y'all. The VIX. Here you go, another wide and loose day. Oh, the market's bottoming with the VIX at 15. Get the fudge out of here. I am loving it as a bear. Play it out. Let it run. I don't care. VIX, trying to. It's trying. SPY all over the place. Big range today. Look at this. Multi-day candle, multi-day range. Again, when it fails, it will fail. And if it doesn't, the 20-day seems to be viva la resistance. 51.70. I mean, I got 17 cents of it. Could we retest it tomorrow? Possibly. But does this look like distributive action? Feels like it to me. Go check out that 10-minute. What do you see, right? What do you see? Pop in the morning, light volume, sell, and then chop all day. Chop, chop. As we said, QQQ. Chop, chop. Chop, 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 chop. Holding the 50-day. Could it bop the 20-day? I mean, we'll see. I mean, this is the hardest thing if you're a bull. You're too late, in my opinion. You should have taken profits. If you're a bear, you can't chase here. But if you do have bearish positions, it might be one of those scenarios where there's nothing to do. Are you trying to predict what happens the next 24 hours, 3 days, 4 days? I don't know. If you want to trade around it, you take your profits, you wait for pops, you short. It's literally that simple. What's up, Cap? It's literally that simple. Now, along the way, it's not going to be a straight line move. Remember, the straight line moves precipitate what? Bigger bounces. This chop can just bleed death. And again, what we'll see is rotation, which I love. We'll see tech get slaughtered. IWM. Again, does this look bullish? It's trying to hold on. It feels, I mean, did it fill the gap? I mean, close enough for government work. DIA. Disney was up today. Good luck. Look at these wicks. I mean, I'm telling you, this stuff looks so distributive. Even Congress is selling. Gold, you're welcome, said leave it alone. Not until the Fed pivot. But inflation headlines. You see, gold was up today. It was up today, Dan. It was up like a buck and change. Did you see it was on fire? Again, materials will bottom. Commodities will bottom when the Fed pivots. They're going to try to crush commodities at some point. If you are unaware of this, again, will they succeed? Who knows? But they will try. Silver, same thing. Pop, flop, ugly. GDX, miners lead, right? Down in the gutter. If it breaks 29, adios, amigos. GDXJ under 35. Holding on for dear life. This doesn't look good. AG, same thing. Pop, flops, chops, all over the place. Names, just leave them low. AEM, breaking the trend line. Uh-oh. Better hold 47s. Newmont should be in the mid-40s, the 50s. Look at this thing. It's way down here. PAAS. Nice little bounce. Again, I mean, these things have been day to day. Good luck trying to predict it. Good luck. I mean, tries to fill the gap, doesn't, and then rallies. Again, leave these alone. Taiwan Semi. Let's get into tech because this is where all the fun is, in my opinion. 100-day, dying slowly. Now, again, could it rally back one day on some news? Great. If it does, short the shit out of it. Micron, same thing. I mean, you filled the gaps. I mean, we talked about this over and over. Gap, 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 gap. Trap, 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 trap. Going lower. This thing is toast. AM Dizzle. Really trying to hold this area. Buena suerte. Just a matter of when. Because the longer, think about this, the longer it chops out here, the more people get trapped, the bigger the next move. So you could come right down to the mid-80s with fury. NVIDIA, same thing. Trapping. Novice gap trap that just goes higher and channels higher, brings in more and more dumb money as they distribute on this day. I think this was earnings. Here you go. Now, when and where will the gap fill? Everyone's like, oh, 375 is your target. And I'm like, no, I think it's going much lower because this is a huge monster trap. It's just not going to be a straight line. It's going to be a wavy one. So now that you've broken it, you're short it, you own your NVDS, you just chill out. Take off for a couple of days or weeks. Don't watch it. Intel, we talked about the game over candle. I mean, all the semis are showing the same thing. 20-day, once it breaks, see ya later. Smell you later. SMH, double top, below the 50-day. Just a matter of when. Like, draw the fibs on this thing. Like, look how, I mean, this thing was so, I mean, 80 up, I mean, this does a double. A double. Not surprised when it's back below 80 at some point. People are like, what? Did you just say that? Yeah. But it won't be in a straight line. Hopefully you got your Soxes. Hopefully you got your whatever, your trades. Hope not Tesla. Let's do Adobes. Under the twin. Again, pops. Again, follow these names. I mean, again, please leave a comment. Hit the like button. I appreciate any donations, even if you just want to buy me a beer for helping out. I mean, again, if you're seeing this stuff, it's slowing down for you. Great. Apple, we said the 100-day would hold. So far it is. Now, here's the thing that can get really trappy, right? What if we gap down and just relax for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 days, 6 days, and then it breaks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Then it gets real ugly. Amazon, if you shorted up here again, high five to you, high five to me. Loving it. Just chopping around. Just a matter of when, in my opinion. Again, define your risk. Move up your stops. Do whatever you got to do. CRM, better hold on to the hundo day. Guggenheim, again, a nice little pop in. This one looks like it's just a matter of when. I mean, does it have to retest 133? Keep in mind that's always possible for a double top. Meta, breaking the 20-day, but 2-day range. Watch the 2-day range. If it breaks, I mean, essentially 305. Uh-oh. And close below it, right? Microsoft, another one, breaking lower lows, lower highs. It's toast. And DAQ, I saw this one was up a little bit today. Okay, cool. Let this rally. All rallies are to be shorted. I mean, 53 would be nice. I don't know. Just let it rip. Let it rip. I don't mean, doesn't make sense. MicroStrategy, summer love. Here you go. Breaking the 20. You're purring way too loud in the mic. Watch the 50-day. Again, all these names look like, again, if you're on them, watch them for the pops and short. Netflix, same thing. I'd love to see 450, but I don't think it's happening. 50 days, like just holding on. Like cliffhanger. Slice to low. Hold on! Roblox. Talked about this is going to get cheaper. I really would like to see it in the low 20s. Tesla, again, it's up and down. Dan, it's bullish, it's bearish. It's like, no, this is done. Professional gap. It's just going to take its sweet time. Materials. Inflation's going higher. Oops. Sell the news. X, Nucor, same thing. Sell the news. Now breaking the 20-day and a close below it. These things don't look good, y'all. If you're shorting this, reach out. I'm curious to see what you're doing. Hit a brother up. Talked about this today in the Discord room. Watch the 2-day range. Look at this son of a bitch. Such an easy short. But if it doesn't break today, it's not going. It's like, okay, well, just define your risk. There you go. I pointed that one out. Someone give me a thanks or a shout out for that one. VALE, another global growth name. About to break trend. Oh, that's great. So strong. So bullish. Arrow. Copper starting to fade. Distributive high volume. CCJ. Again, this one's holding up better, but it's filling the gap. Keep an eye on it. CF. We talked about the ag names. Man, these are all over the place. Telling you, choppy toppy, mosaic, breaky. Not necessarily mosaic, but CF, but outside reversal day. Do you know what that is? New high followed by a lower low than the previous day. So you break out and then you close below it. That's not bullish. NTR. Now, I'm not saying go out and short ag fully, but it looks like a short. Double top. Keep an eye on it. AA. I mean, define your risk, please. You don't need to sue me. AA. You'll be more mad at yourself. Chopping. Another global growth name. XLF. All over the place. Again, below the 20-day. JP Morgan. Talked about it below the 20-day. If you shorted on these wicks, looking good. Morgan Stanley. Talked about it. Toast, but if it needs to reload and chop, don't be surprised. Goldman Sachs. It's starting to look ugly. Carry, trying to get in that 48, 49 range. It just can't get over it. Once the 20-day breaks, adios. XBI, another one that we're talked about. Like, hey, if the market doesn't break, this could kind of chop around. I mean, you kind of have a Gartley pattern, ABC pattern. Just let it reload. Looks, again, all these things look bad. Not good. Solar. All over the place. We talked about it. If the market held up, it could bounce. You're at support. Not surprised. Give it a couple days. I'm telling you. Think of this as I swear to God, if people could just wrap their head around it. If this daily chart said 5 or 10 minute, and you saw these two candles, you would be like, okay, cool. It's just a matter of when. But now it's the daily. I stared at it all day, and it looked like it was green, so it's up. Okay. ENPH, same thing. Let him play. Sedge. I mean, some of these names look so bad. So bad. First Solar. Talked about any pops. Now you've got a multi-day range. 209. I said 20, 210. Damn, I was wrong. 211. Wrong. Well, we'll see. That would be the best. HYGs we talked about been extremely volatile. All over the place. Look at today's candle. Oil. If you check the 10-minute. You saw it was pretty choppy, sloppy today. Is this an inflection point on the news? Are you going to see maybe more headlines tomorrow? and then it rally and fail again. What did we say yesterday potentially with the XOP? Daily, potential top, novice gap trap. Keep an eye on it. I'm telling you. ExxonMobil, holding up. Doji, uh-oh. Let's mark this one. Because novice gap, double novice gap, Doji, okay. With oil in the position it is, worth watching. PXD, shout out Jay Solstice for shorting it. 2-day range, took it at 238, I imagine, plus. Easy. Occidental. Lower highs, uh-oh, lower lows. Buffett's like, I'm all out. I'm selling cover calls. EQT, look at this. Thing hit 44. We talked about this. Yeah-oh. Let's put some more arrows in. Left-right combo. Novice gap. Doji. Oh, shiznit. Right? Flex LNG. Are these really going to break out? Really? Really? I highly doubt it. But again, I could be wrong. But again, if the market comes in, they throw the baby out with the bath water. You've heard that saying now at least a dozen times in every video. And that's, I'm telling you, commodities, long term. I mean, man, if Mohammed's listening, he's like, oh, oil's cheap, Seth chilling at a 10 PE. Do you remember when U.S. Steel was trading at a 1 or 2 PE? I mean, these names can get really cheap, y'all. Global growth stuff, deflation, whatever you want to call it, demand destruction. I mean, it's a real phenomenon in commodities. And that's why when tech gets it, by tech corrects 90%. Potentially. Some of these names just go out of business. They literally go zing pow. Zing pow. Oh, all right. If you have any questions, please reach out. Always here to help. Appreciate all the love, support, the generous donations. I love when people are like, I bought you a 12-pack. Enjoy, or enjoy a join on me, whatever. I appreciate it. Again, I give this out freely. If you want more help, you want to be more involved, just let me know. And again, donations, can you buy me off? No, I don't think of it like that. I think it is if you're actually doing well and you want to share. I want to know you're doing well. I don't care whether you pay me or not, but if you're doing well, why? What's going on? How are things changing? Are you seeing the market finally through the market maker's eyes? Are you starting to see the market for what it is and not looking at every intraday candle thinking you have to know what the hell's going on? It's no different than, again, the daily and the 10-minute and the weekly, the monthly. They're all the same. Maybe less gaps, intraday stuff, but they're all the same. The formations are all the same. If you can pay attention, watch the Back to Basics series, learn the seasonality, learn the repeating patterns, learn all these little things. You're tapping higher probabilities into your trading. Love it. I absolutely love it. All right. Well, have a great day. Have a great night. See you in the Discord room. Peace. Hey, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, stop by the Discord room. A link is in the description below. Also, if you'd like to help support more free content, the PayPal link is in the description as well. I appreciate your continued support of the channel.